Hey everybody, it's Somnior Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we did a lot of stuff at Lon Lon Ranch and here in Kakariko Village, and in this episode, we're gonna do a little bit more. Let's see what happens when we make it nighttime here in Kakariko Village now. There's not really a whole lot that we can do exclusively at nighttime, admittedly, but it is always worth it to check. And, of course, there's always Skulltulas. Don't really need to talk to that guy again. I'm doing this in case there's a Skulltula up here somewhere that I would need to get, because I feel like there would be. And if the sky looks a bit red, it's just because of Death Mountain. So, don't worry about that. Weird. Guess there's nothing up there? Maybe there's something there as a kid that I missed. It's entirely possible. But, no. Let me think here. I feel like there's some rooftop stuff to get. Oh, and basically all of the shops and stuff in Hyrule Castle Town, all of like the major NPCs that really matter to anything, they all moved here. So that's why this town is so much busier, is because Hyrule Castle Town fell apart. I mean, I guess municipal success really is a zero-sum game. I don't know. I don't really think it is, but that's neither here nor there. What am I talking about? But yes, if you hook shot up on this roof, there is definitely a Skulltula worth getting. Hookshot can get Skulltula tokens, by the way. This is what you need to get the one that was at Ganon's castle that I kind of amusingly jumped off of the cliff to get instead. I may have burned up in the lava, but it was worth it. Honestly, it really wasn't. That's why I did it twice. Then it was worth it. Yeah. Makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? Everything I say does. Honestly. No. Anyway. No, I believe, unless there's something up on the north side of town, I think that's everything I can do with. Yeah, no. You can go up into the, into Death Mountain, but that's not going to do us anything. So let's make it daytime again and see if anything happens. Look, a chicken hatched from the egg you were incubating. It's the miracle of life. Well, it had to happen sometime. But no. You have the cuckoo. And she wants to check its mood, so why don't we see if we can find someone to wake up with this? Let's go into this house, and you. He's sleeping, dreaming of Malon, hoping she's doing alright. Sorry to make you worry. Aww, it's kinda sad. Let's wake him up and tell him the good news that we made a fool out of Ingo. What in tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? Did you save Malon? Thanks. I'm going back to the ranch then. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! I don't know. This just reminded me of a voice clip from Banjo-Tooie, of all things. That's a good game. I've been wanting to play that again lately. But Why don't we show her the chicken and see what she says? Oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You could say that. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Kohiro, and it used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kohiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kohiro? Yes. You returned the pocket cuckoo and got Kohiro in return. Yes, I have to say that. It is practically law that anyone who Let's Plays this game has to say that as Kohiro. Unlike other cuckoos, Kohiro rarely crows. Yes. I got Kohiro. Kohiro! I don't know. Still have more Skulltulas to get the 5th reward from this, but we got our giant wallet. We got what we really needed out of here, honestly. I don't even remember what the reward for that next one is. Because we already got the 2 wallet upgrades and the Stone of Agony. Well, actually, speaking of Skulltulas, now that we have the Song of Storms, I'm pretty sure over here. Over here, the Song of Storms can also open up hidden grottos in the ground. Wait. Is it? Is it not? Song of Storms is a bomb? Am I just misremembering where the hole is? That is very possible. Wow. Could I have gotten that as a kid? Probably. I don't know. Either way, come in here. Skulltula. Your hook shot will actually kill the giant ones in one shot, so it's not actually that bad. They're not really that difficult. There's one up here. This hook shot is amazing. It's awesome how early you get it compared to when you get the boomerang right before you become an adult. Yeah, it's... I'm not going to lie. I get why that is because they don't want to make it too... Like, they don't want the rewards later on in the child part of the game to be too uninteresting. But that boomerang comes so late as to hardly be useful. Except how useful it is. Like, it's somehow both useful and useless at the same time, and I can't really explain why it's both. Ugh. Anyway. We took care of that. Why don't we go take a look back towards the forest, because Sheik did tell us that the forest temple was where we needed to go first. And now that we have the hook shot, we can actually go there. Why don't we see what's become of our home in the 7 years since we've been gone? That was weird. Kohiro crowed. Wow. This place really went downhill since I was gone. Yeah, no, it's basically Ganondorf taking over and the Deku Tree being dead means that monsters kind of have the run of the place now. So the upshot of this is, especially since it's nighttime, we can look for some Skulltulas around here, see what we can find. Because I'm pretty sure there are a couple. Yeah, there's one right up here. Didn't mean to pick up that grass. Yeah. Yep. Yes, Navi, I know. I also feel like... I feel like the Skulltulas that I mentioned that were on the side of the Deku Tree are only here as an adult. A lot of Skulltulas that I was like, no, you can't... I couldn't remember whether you can get that yet or not. It's because they only appear when you're an adult. A lot of things only appear when you're an adult, and it's kind of weird. That gossip stone there, is that there when you're a kid? Because if that's not there when you're a kid, it's absolutely useless. Because you can only use the Mask of Truth to read anything off of those when you're a kid. No. Yeah, I wonder what Saria is up to right now. Those things can go away. Also, we are already on our second row of hearts. I'm just kind of barreling through those guys because I don't even care. When did you come back to life? Well, not that it really matters to me now because you're dead again. But also, these guys will drop Deku Sticks, which we can't even use, so that's just fantastic. But yeah, no, looks like this place could use some sprucing up, I guess? I don't know if that's the right way to put it. But no, man, there's just so much going on here that is just not good. That's where the dirt patch by here leads, is just up there, and that's just rupees, which you don't really need at this point. Like, there are so much better ways to get rupees than buying a magic bean, planting it, and waiting 7 years. There's just so many in this game, there are just so many faster ways to make money. There's so many ways to get money in this game. Money is absolutely everywhere. It's... Why is the economy of Hyrule not completely broken? I don't know. Anyway, this guy, no response. He's sleeping. Well, we might try and wake him up, but I have a feeling that that's just gonna distract us from what we're coming here to do anyway. Yeah. Oh, actually, there is something we can do here, though. Not down here. Because I believe I did... Did I plant the bean over here? What are you doing here? Though you wear curious clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anybody go through here. Well, what if I tell you that I knew Saria? Would you let me through? That melody? Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Or anybody who came in here because they would hear it. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. What, you mean that guy you were completely rude to all those years ago? I don't know. Did I? I did not plant the bean. Dang. Well, I guess I'll have to remember that for next time. But why don't we come up and see if we can find out what's going on with Saria. From here on, we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Use L targeting to always look in the proper direction. Switch your view so you can see down the next corridor before you turn a corner. Yep. Yeah. Yes, I know, Navi. You can sidestep. Basically, what she's telling you is that there are enemies here that are going to ambush you if you aren't careful. But you can also just take them out like that. your hook shot will one-shot these guys. So, but if they do see you and charge you, you are in for a bad time, so... You might want to plan this out carefully. It's a bit of waiting, honestly, but it does have some pretty good suspense as you hear the footsteps getting closer, and then you hookshot them right in their chainmail undies. Yeah, their designs are weird. Designs for a lot of things in this game are weird, especially nowadays. Like, this was terrifying when I was a kid, but nowadays it just looks amusing. I've grown old and jaded, haven't I? No, it's fine. That was, like, really weird of a response from me. Yep. I hear a spider. So, let's see if we can climb up this ladder before the moblin over here turns this corner. Take him out from above because that's amazing and hilarious. He dropped hearts. Don't really need them. I could use hearts, but I don't need them. Dang it. Let me kill the gold skulltula. Then there's one last enemy. This is a little different. He will swing his club. You just have to make sure it doesn't blow you back, and then swing your sword once, twice, 3 times at his backside, and he falls down. He falls down and drops money. And with that, we've made it to the end of the Sacred Forest Meadow. Let's see how Saria's doing. She's gone. She's not here. What are you doing here? Weren't you in the temple? How'd you follow me here? The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest. This is an interesting mechanic. These songs are different from the other ones that we've learned so far, in that they don't repeat, but playing them will teleport you to a location where you learned it. Or actually, not always where you learned it, but generally near there. This teaches the Minuet of Forest, which teleports you right here to the Sacred Forest Meadow. Link, I'll see you again. I read that text box late. Interesting. Well, here we are. Here we are at the entrance of the Forest Temple. It's right up here. With your hook shot, you can grab onto this tree. Next time, we enter the Forest Temple and see what we can do. This has been Somni Respiratory Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate. Tell me what you think. And may the good elephant guide your way. No, Sheik is not the good elephant.